15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take red, full sound.
From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Stand by. A full sound. About 20 seconds left. Stand by, Katie.
Steps down from Russia probe and Trump considers military action in Syria. We have the latest from D.C. And here in the Valley,
About 10 seconds.
Are taking to the streets, demanding their senators take action. Plus, the fight against
Stand by,
the
dissolve to
Homeowners
alpha, full
Association
sound.
to display pride flags in public view.
And dissolve to alpha, full sound. Katie, start your move.
Cronkite News starts now.
And take it.
Good evening and welcome to
Nice.
Cronkite News on Arizona.
Ready to go to camera 3.
And I'm Adriana De Alba. Thank you for joining us.
And take 3. Nice job, Katie.
The battle to confirm the next Supreme Court justice
Ready, Charlie, full sound.
continues today as Senate Democrats tried and failed to filibuster the vote to confirm nominee Neil Gorsuch. Republicans claim the filibuster was about a Democratic opposition to Trump, while Democrats insist the problem is simply the candidate.
Take Charlie, full sound. Ready to lose Mitch? Lose Mitch. Ready to add Chuck?
Than the nominee himself. When the
Add it.
nominee doesn't get enough votes
Alpha
for
should be in your left
confirmation,
monitor. Lose
the answer is not to change
Alpha on your
the
right
rules.
monitor.
It's to change
Stand
the
by.
nominee.
Camera 1 with mic 4. Take it.
Instead of changing the
Ready,
nominee,
beta, full
Republicans
sound.
are moving forward with a nuclear option to change the rules. Cronkite News reporter Z Zung has more from D.C. on what this rule change means.
Take beta, full sound.
Debate on the nomination of
All right, we're
Neil
doing a CG
Gorsuch
super time twist, so
in an
Mitch.
effort to sit Judge Gorsuch on the bench
We
of
know
the
what Mitch
nation's
looks
highest
like.
court. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell invoked a controversial move today. So controversial, in fact, that it stopped the nuclear option.
This will
Add
be
it.
the first and last partisan
Lose.
filibuster of the Supreme Court nomination.
The move reduced the number of votes needed to cut off debate for the nomination.
Stand by to add Chuck
making it
Schumer.
so that Republicans can push through Democratic resistance with a simple majority of 51 votes instead of 60 as previously required. But not without consequences, warned Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer.
In a post-nuclear world, if the Senate and the presidency are in the hands of the same party,
Lose it.
there's no incentive to even speak to the Senate minority.
Georgetown University
Wayne.
Professor Stephen Wayne
Out of
said
this,
the
we will
move
come out to
could
camera
also
1 with
embolden
frame and
Republicans
monitor.
to look for the nuclear button in the future disagreement with Democrats.
Add
If the
it.
Democrats evoke filibuster on substantive legislation, be it health care,
Lose.
be it tax reform, things that they don't want, then the Republicans will be pressured to
Stand
end
by
the
camera 1,
filibuster
about 30 seconds.
completely. And that's the direction we seem to be moving in our government at this time.
But one thing for certain, with filibuster out of the way, Wayne sees a clear path for Gorsuch to the Supreme Court.
Gorsuch will become a Supreme Court
About 10
justice.
seconds, so we come out to camera 1 with mic
Reluctant
4.
to see the rule change, Arizona
that, we'll go
Senators
to an
Jeff
OTS.
Flake and John McCain voted for it. In Washington, D.C.,
Stand by, camera 1.
Z-Zone, Cronkite News.
Take it.
The final Senate vote
Ready,
will take
3
place
with
tomorrow.
CG1
And with the
and mic 1.
majority rule changed, Gorsuch will likely be confirmed.
Take 3. Cure.
Today, protesters are
Ready, Charlie.
cracking outside of Senator Jeff Flake's office after he asked Supreme Court nominee Neil Gorsuch whether he would rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck. It was one of several questions Flake posed, but this one struck a nerve. Reporter Drew Marine tells us what this question means to some protesters.
Take Charlie, full sound.
After hearing Senator Jeff Flake ask Supreme Court nominee Neil Gorsuch the question,
All right, so
If you would
8:15
rather
is
fight
dead.
100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck.
protesters in
8:14 is
Phoenix
dead, so we're
took
just gonna go
issue,
straight to
thinking
8:15.
Gorsuch was ducking too many
So do we
important
beta.
questions that they provided
Stand
to
by to add
Senator
Rod.
Flake's office.
Questions
Add it.
about our rights for safety in the workplace, questions about whether or not LGBT
Yes.
families will be able to adopt children.
And one protester stands outside of Senator Flake's
Out of
office
this, we'll
every
dissolve the
week
beta.
because she believes action is more powerful than words.
Add
I
it.
just feel like You cannot complain about what's going on and not do something about it.
Meanwhile,
right,
Press Secretary
ready
for Senator
to come out to
Jason
B.
Samuels says it's important to remember that more than a dozen
Stand by,
senators
dissolve the
asked
beta
for
with
such
Q
questions
Danielle.
before Senator Flake had the chance. And
About 20
Senator
seconds.
Flake did ask questions of importance regarding technology
How should judges approach issues of new technology?
and religious freedom.
How dealing with tribal issues has affected your view on religious liberty?
In
Stand by,
Phoenix,
dissolve the
Drew
beta.
Marine, Cronkite News.
Dissolve the beta, cure.
President Trump is
Ready to
meeting
lose
with
CG.
Chinese President Xi Jinping today at Trump's
Lose.
Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida instead of in Washington.
Ready to dissolve to Charlie, full
The
sound.
focus, the growing threat from North Korea
It'll be a
and
stop
trade
vote for
issues.
A16.
Trump bashed China throughout his campaign and also promised to change the U.S.-China trade relationship.
Dissolve to Charlie, full
I
sound.
now have responsibility, and
Ready to
I
cue
will
Danielle.
have that responsibility and carry it very proudly.
Cure.
The president
At
is
it.
now considering military action in Syria in response
Lose it.
to
Ready to
Tuesday's
dissolve to Alpha.
chemical weapons attack in Idlib province. Trump says a line was crossed when, quote, innocent children were killed.
Dissolve to Alpha, keeper Mike.
And House Intelligence
Ready to lose
Committee
CG.
Chairman Devin Nunes will temporarily step down from
Lose.
the panel's investigation
Ready, camera
into
2.
Russian interference. Nunes says the charges against him are false, but Texas Congressman Mike Conaway will
Stand
lead
by
the
2.
committee's investigation.
Take 2, cure.
The Mexican Foreign
Ready,
Minister
beta,
met
full
this morning
sound.
with Secretary of State Rex Tillerson in Washington, while Luis
At it.
Videgaray said his country will not
Ready,
cooperate
beta,
in any
full
way or
sound.
form toward a border wall. He did cite one area where Mexico and the U.S. might work together, the NAFTA trade agreement.
And take beta, full sound. Ready to lose, Luis.
Strengthens the region, enhances integration. And
Lose. Ready to cut to camera 1 with Charlie in the BAML.
Our main position has been very clear all along. We want free trade to remain free trade.
About 10 seconds.
This should be good not only for America.
Stand
it should be
by
good for
camera
Mexico.
1 with Mike
I'm
1.
sure the Canadians will make sure that this is also good for Canada.
And take 1, Mike 1, cure.
President Trump's revised travel ban
Ready to go to
6
Alpha,
Muslim
full
majority
sound.
countries has been temporarily halted. The Trump administration is appealing, and Arizona and 12 other states are supporting the appeal. I visited the Center for Somali American United Council to talk to refugees who were impacted by the ban.
Take Alpha, full sound.
At this center,
Amina comes in at
Somali
11 seconds.
refugees gather to discuss the struggles they face. These days, the
Was
talk
Kate
is
Gallego the
all
one we
about
thought we could
President
super
Trump's
on the
travel
second one?
ban.
Was she one of them? At it.
I hoped that my husband and children who I left back home would come here.
Lose.
I feel incomplete.
Amina Mohammed Aden is worried that the ban
For which
will
one?
make it harder to reunite with her family. 3 kids are with her.
Oh, we're already
here.
past
2
A19,
others
dude.
are stuck in a refugee
We
camp
killed
in
A14
Kenya with her husband.
and then moved on from there. It just only mattered to us in here. We didn't want to worry you guys out there, so we just killed
I
it in
fled to
here.
neighboring Kenya, and I was there for a while. And because of my medical
Minute 09 is when
conditions,
Kate
the
Gallego
UN
comes in.
selected me to come to the U.S.
She made it to the U.S., but Arizona wants a stricter vetting process and is joining 12 other states in backing the ban as it
Do you have
moves
the
through the
right
appeals
box
court,
pulled
citing,
up?
quote,
Alright, cool.
serious flaws in the pre-existing vetting scheme for aliens residing abroad
Alright, cool.
who wish to enter this country under visas or as refugees. City
Stand by
Councilwoman
that,
Kate
Kate.
Gallego works closely with refugees in the Phoenix area. She does not support the travel ban.
I think
At
it
it.
may come from a lack of understanding. Refugees are incredibly
Lose.
well vetted.
As they wait for a court ruling,
Stand by to come out to
and other
camera 1
refugees
with Mike
are living
1.
with uncertainty, wondering when
Frame
or
memory monitor.
if their families will join them
About
in
10
the
seconds.
U.S.
Because of the newly elected president who refuses refugees to come here, thousands of people now housed in refugee camps who wanted to start a new life
Stand by,
here
camera 1
are
with
now
Mike 1.
struck by hopelessness.
And take 1, Mike 1, cure.
The appeal is scheduled to
Ready
be
2
heard
with
by
Mike
judges
4.
in the 4th Circuit Court on May 8th.
Take 2.
With talk
Ready
of
2 box
foreign
with Mike
relations
4.
and potential military action dominating our headlines, people are taking time to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the U.S. entering World War I.
Take 2 box.
Cronkite
Ready
News
to go
reporter
right full
Jelani Martinez
with
is following one
603,
observance
607's
from our
Mike.
Los Angeles Bureau.
Hold. Cure. Go.
Arizonans
Ready to go to beta, full
116,000
sound.
Americans to die in what's known as the Great War.
It's not off the top.
Ceremonies around the world honored their sacrifice, including one here in Los Angeles.
Take beta, full sound.
World War I has kind of been forgotten. I mean, it affected the country in so many ways. It's kind of crazy that in the States we've forgotten it.
Cortland Gindra, co-director
Oh, sorry, I thought you said break was a minute.
World War
Just
I Centennial Task Force, wanted the ceremony to remind
CG coming
Americans
up.
the war is an important
break will be 1
part
minute.
in our nation's history.
It came so close to after the end of World War II for us, and in between that we also had like the Great Depression. So in a lot of ways I think those moments in history just got remembered and overshadowed the First World War.
The ceremony took place right in front of the Los Angeles Memorial
15 seconds so we come back out to
Coliseum and was
607
open
with
to the public.
607's mic.
The Consul General of Belgium says Europe would look much different had it not been for the United States.
7-6, stand by to come out after this shot.
United States was extremely important to win the
2.
war.
Take it, cure.
In the Great War, 126
Ready to come out to camera 2, both mics and
Arizonans
music.
lost their lives. In Santa Monica, Jelani Martinez, Cronkite News.
Take 2, both mics and music. Ready, Charlie BO.
Step in a child's development, but it's not always accessible. Coming up on Cronkite
Take
News,
Charlie
Tempe
BO.
Elementary School is
Ready
leading the
to
charge
dissolve to
make
Alpha.
preschool more affordable.
And dissolve to Alpha. Ready to go to dissolve to red, full sound.
Technology to help students meet key benchmarks.
And dissolve to red. And take 3, roll Alpha.
The United States
Ready
making
to
a
wipe to
major
601
military move in
monitor. We'll keep her
Afghanistan,
mic
dropping its largest non-nuclear bomb for the first time. The target, a system of ISIS tunnels and caves. The international military action is just one of the issues on constituents' minds as they meet with their Arizona representatives at town hall meetings tonight.
And
Reporter Alexis Stukrath is at
Ready to
Isaac
go to
Middle School,
601
where
with 601's mic and
Representative
CG.
Ruben Gallego held a town hall
Cure.
meeting. Alexa?
Take it.
I caught up with Congressman Gallego
Ready,
just
red,
before the
full
town hall
sound.
started. I asked
Ready,
the Iraqi
Lucy
war
G.
veteran his reaction
ready,
to Trump's
red,
order
full
to
sound.
attack ISIS in Afghanistan.
And take red, full
I
sound.
think the most important thing is the question is what was the effectiveness of it. It doesn't really matter how big the bomb is,
Ready to
but
come
the
back
question
out to
is
601
what's
with
the
601
strategic value behind it and what the effective outcome of it is.
About 15 seconds.
If the effective outcome is that we destroy the capability of the enemy,
Out of this, we'll
and that
come to
was the
cam
best way to
3.
do it, then it was
10 seconds,
it's probably
3
use of
truck to your
force.
left a little bit
If
and
it was
get
just
that
a show
monitor
of
out of the
force,
shot.
then it was just
Stand
a
by to come
waste
back
of
out to
money because you
601.
didn't actually end up doing anything. And these are the questions that I'll be asking, but we don't have those types of answers.
Take 601, cure. Cure. She's good now.
Gallego also talked about the current state of immigration
camera 3
and his
with mic
plans to
1.
fight for reform. We'll have more on the town hall on cronkitenews.azpbs.org. In Phoenix, Alexis Stukrath, Cronkite News.
So Katie, as it's about 20 seconds, we're actually going to kill your zoom out at the end because we're going to go to camera 3, so it'll look like a bit of a weird cut if we go from a zooming out to an already zoomed out. Yeah. So we'll just kill that. All right, it's 10 seconds, so it's to come out. Camera 3, zoom in a little bit, your hood's showing. All right, about 5 seconds till we dissolve to camera 2 with mic 1. A little bit, just a tad bit more, and dissolve, cure.
Maricopa County
Ready to go to
Parks and
603.
Recreation is officially taking over the
There's a CG.
Hassayampa River Preserve in Wickenburg. On April 16th, the Nature
Nice job. Thank you.
Conservancy will sign
Stand
the
by to go to
entire
603 with
property.
603's
Reporter
mic.
Jamie Hoyt tells us how the county plans to bring in more visitors.
And take 603, cure.
Maricopa County
Ready to go to
already
Charlie,
owns
full
several
sound.
parks across Arizona. They have plans to make the Hassayampa River Preserve more well-known and convenient for people by adding a few renovations. I visited the preserve
Ready,
to
Charlie,
find
full
out
sound.
what they have in the works.
Take Charlie, full sound. And take it,
Maricopa
cure.
County already manages part of
And
the
then
preserve, but they will
ready, camera
be
1
managing the entire area as of next week.
with mic 4.
Supporters believe that the Hassayampa upgrades
All right, when we're in the
will draw more
SOT,
tourists, which will
Katie
help the
and
economic
camera 1, I'm
development
going to
in
have you guys
Wickenburg.
both
Live in
truck
downtown
to your left, but
Phoenix,
not yet.
Jamie Hoyt, Cronkite News.
Take 1. Ready, Alpha, full
Cronkite News
sound.
is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
And take Alpha, full sound. All right, camera 1 and 2, truck left slightly so we can center this 2-shot up. Cool. Right there. And then just zoom in a little bit, Katie. Ready to come out to camera 2. You got about right there. Stand by to dissolve the 2 with both mics and music.
NewsHour as President Trump hosts China's leader in South Florida.
45 seconds left in the show.
Costs of presidential protection. That's Thursday on the PBS NewsHour.
Dissolve and add
That's
it.
it for Cronkite
Ready,
News
camera
today.
3 with
Thanks for
CG.
joining us. For top Arizona stories anytime, go to
Ready, dissolve.
cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
And dissolve. All right, ready to go to LA with CG. All right, we'll go at 30 seconds. So dissolve in through We're just dissolving to LA. We're not cutting to black. And dissolve. All right, ready to go to black in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Ready to dissolve to black in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and dissolve.